Hi, we're back. I apologize for yesterday, or, well, you don't know that it was yesterday. We're going to be losing our power intermittently all week long because they are tearing out old power poles and putting in new ones. So I'm going to try and get this one done. I cannot promise you that it won't happen again. I'm doing my best to stay ahead of their activity, but I can't control our power company. So let's move forward. So I think we were working on getting this put down. And my intent was to, if I remember, was to drop this down a little bit lower so that you could tuck in some of those larger photos. It's still leaving you some spot here. Down here you can take a dark pen and do some journaling or some tagging. Oh, and I left my glue open all night. That means I can't get into it. Oh no. That was not a good thing. Once the power goes out, my shed gets really dark. And I just did not see to do this. So let's see if I can get my glue out of here. And again, I apologize. I have so many projects I need to get done that I really can't wait a week to get this final album finished. This album finished, I should say. It's not a final album. I've got 3 more pending. Okay, there we go. And then I'm using one of these small tags that we're going to just put, well, I wanted to put it here, but if I put it down too, I'm going to put it down low, which removes the opportunity of some journaling. But I don't want it to interfere with putting in a photo. All right, so we got that in. When we get all these done, we're going to come back and we're going to start adding some of these silver ornaments to this signature. Okay, I think I needed to tape this one on. Yes. So I hope your day is going well, and I hope that my situation hasn't interfered with your continuity in putting your album together. We did not get our power back on until very late last night, so I couldn't even come back in and do this then. I'll tell you what, though, with them turning the power off, our entire neighborhood probably spent night out having dinner like we did, so it helps with the economy in a weird way. Okay, let's get this burnished. And this really wants to come up, so we'll just go ahead and accommodate that. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Center that a bit. When I'm done with this one, I'm going to work on another Nutcracker album, and I do believe it's by Ciao. It's so cute. So if you're thinking about that one, you might head on over to Scrap and Create and take a look and see what they have in stock. Now I rounded the corners on this end because we've got some rounded corners. It just didn't look good that I had a square cut there. So I did round the corners, and I do want these to be level as possible. So I'm going to put, how far did that come up? It came up an inch off the bottom. Okay. I'm going to have to trim this a little bit because this is going to hang over. All right, so I'm going to come up an inch off the bottom. And that should work perfect right there. Wow. You can sure tell I can't see straight. And then we're going to glue this down again. It's going to come all the way to the end. It doesn't matter. All right. I'm going to glue this down here. It's time to smile. All right, so this is what we have so far. Now let's go ahead and let's get these two outer pieces done. Now, if you want, no, you can't. I'm sorry, that's why I didn't do it. I wanted to fussy cut these out, mount them, and then raise them up. But we've got a magnet sitting right here, and it's not going to hold through the gap that the mount would create. So I will just kind of ignore that thought. Okay. We're going to get this out of here. Line this up. Lay it down. this one. And that's going to be, so these two were off the same cut. I think they went this way. I just simply angled, I cut this at a different height than I did this one. And I wanted to fussy cut this out and raise it, but I decided not to do it simply because I couldn't really follow the pattern through here very well, so I decided not to. I like fussy cutting and raising elements. I think they add some visual effects to an album that flat designs, they're beautiful, they're pretty, but you can really capture the emphasis of a design by cutting it out and raising it up. All right, so let's go back in here because I did want to put some silver embellishments inside here. So the ones that I grabbed, I'm missing one. Huh. Oh, there it is. Let me clean this up here just a second. Okay, so the ones I have are the present, the bow, the star, and the tree. And I wanted to come in here. I'm putting the bow up here where this bow is. I'm putting the star over here. So we'll go ahead and get those glued down. Now, if you don't want to do this, that's fine. That's entirely up to you. I just want to use these. I think they're beautiful. And they add a little extra oomph, if you will, a little dimension. This one's going to be a little hard to, come on. To glue because it's so thin, so I'm just going to kind of dab around in areas. And then we'll put the point of the star up. Okay, so then what was my thought process here? Okay, so we have a Christmas tree that I think I was going to put down here on this end, and then this package here. Now, we've got spots here that we could put them, or we can just not do it at all and save them for another design. So why don't we do that? Let's just put these two in. And we are done with this, so let's go ahead and let's get our tape on the back. So we can get this in our album, preferably before they decide to shut off power again. I'm out here really early in the morning trying to beat them, and it's just a little on the chilly side. Okay, let's grab our book. And let's see, let's take a count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th signature, but it's going to be the first one on this page 3. So we're going to line this up like so. And then get this put in. I am going to turn this way so I can see how I'm lining up here. All right, folks, let's start pulling tape. I'm going to save this one for last. It's going to be easier for me to get to this inside one without the top and the bottom being pulled. Okay, flatten out my gusset. All right, there we go. Now we can get these last two. And when I pull this one, I'll make sure my gusset's nice and flat. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's give it a really good burnish. I can hear that tape popping. All right. We successfully made it through this one. All right. I'll see you when we do the next build. Until then.